Hello and a very warm welcome to Rising Stars. I'm Vikram Oza. Of course, the market for natural skincare products is growing. The competition is building up here in India, with the US and Germany and Japan, of course, leading from the front when it comes to demand for some of these skincare products that are natural in nature. So in our quest to find budding businesses that show promise, today on the show we have a company that's based in Pune that deals in skincare products, in natural skincare products. They sell in India and they ship to many countries around the world. Joining us from Magenta Pie Company is Prabdeep Singh Anand. Prabdeep, welcome to Rising Stars.
Thank you so much.
Prabdeep, you tell me about Shea, this brand that you've created.
Right.
What was the thought? Because this happened about a couple of years ago, not too long.
Right. So actually, we started with a whole chain of spa and salons. That I used to run a very successful business with a couple of. My presence was in a couple of star properties back in Pune, and it was a private limited label that we used to run it under. A couple of years down the line, started this with my wife, who was academically qualified actually to do to make beauty products actually.
Like research, etc.
Like research, etc. And then she started formulating these products. Started way back in 2015. And we ended up putting up something together, which was again during her pregnancy actually.
So you felt the need at that point in time for natural products, but there's so much of that in the market already. One wonders whether that is the right time to get into a business of this nature.
No, actually, there are few products in the market.
Yes.
Nevertheless...
like organic is a word that's used so often.
Right.
Natural is used so often for everything and not just skincare products. So one just has to kind of be a little careful, right? A little wary, and how you're going to be perceived by potential investors out there.
Yeah, she actually wanted to do something which was more towards, made at home, made in a small workshop and made completely like an artisan's skincare product. So we started really small, and she started making these products at home.
What were the kind of products you started with?
So we started with some few scrubs, started with some few moisturizers, started with some, body polishes, started with some milk baths actually. Started very small, a range of 8 products that we have today.
And the price range that you go with?
So the price range is around 500 to around 1560 rupees.
Right.
We started shipping these products. We worked on the designs post. We had formulated the products very well. We formulated them and started shipping these products to US under Handmade, Amazon Handmade.
Right. And that kind of helped. In terms of distribution, when you're starting out something is always a huge challenge to get that piece in place to make sure that the product reaches the clientele that it's intended for.
Yes.
What was the thought then, and how did you manage to cross that bridge?
So Amazon under Handmade, if you see, it's a huge market for us, for people like us, who are targeting a very niche segment of class actually, of people who would want to use something like this. In terms of the business, in terms of the sales, we did hit a good number in last 2 years actually. We ended up doing a decent number month on month. Festive seasons showed us a decent amount of hike in terms of the sales also. So yeah, so
that wasn't too difficult a piece, because I know that going to Amazon to kind of make the cut over there as well, that takes its own set of challenges. Handmade
is pretty difficult actually to get into, and of course there are a lot of challenges to get inside Handmade. It's not that easy actually, how much it seems. We had our own share of issues around the whole thing of communication, getting up in the US timing and speaking to those people back in the US, and yes, of course, it was tough. It had its own challenges actually.
What about the inputs? Because all these products, when you say natural, I'm imagining that all the ingredients that go into it are the hard to get variety. So where do you source from, and how easy is it to get them here in India? Because I understand you have a small manufacturing unit in Pune.
Yeah, we have a small workshop actually back in Pune. So we basically try and source everything from the origin when it comes to raw material. We try to keep the processing as least as possible, because that hinders the whole natural essence of making a beauty product. The ingredients are hit in terms of losing their value value of when you actually apply it on your skin and you feel that you've done something, that whole feel-good factor.
Yes.
We didn't want to lose that actually. So yeah, so we had our own challenges, but now sourcing the ingredients is completely from the origin. Like we source, for example, the rose petals and the almonds we source from Iran.
Right.
We are sourcing lavender leaves, lavender flowers from Kashmir.
But you're always going to get them in small quantities. And sometimes that's the difficult part, because for small businesses, to source in a small quantity becomes the other challenge you have to deal with.
That's a major challenge, because
for you too.
Because everybody who's a manufacturer, they want a certain amount of quantity that they want you to buy, and that becomes a major challenge today for us also. And that's one of the challenges that we have been facing till now, till the time.
Even for your packaging?
Even for our packaging. Packaging has been a different ball game altogether. They start with 500,000 pieces, which a startup like us can't consume at this point in time.
Yeah.
And giving a few tens of thousands is just not what they would want to look at also. So
correct.
Of course, we have a lot of challenges around the packaging, to get the right kind of packaging which looks nice and is price, sensitive also.
Correct.
So that becomes a little bit of a challenge there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking at so many of these difficulties as you have to set up a startup, but of course, not taking away from that.
Yeah.
Going ahead from here, considering that you've been bootstrapped so far, you've put in around 40 lakhs, I understand, from into the business so far. What's the plan going ahead? Because as you grow and as the demand increases and as you tap newer markets as well, and I believe that in the US it's done well for you so far,
very well.
you would obviously want to go to other evolved markets, because India is still taking its time to get used to the entire natural skincare products range, right? You're restricted to the tier 1 cities. So if you're going to grow, how are you going to do it with the kind of monies you've already put in, or something that you'd want to tap the market for?
So we basically come into India like almost not even a month back with Amazon.in and with Nykaa also. We basically want to expand our online market. 70% of our sales in the time to come is going to be from online channels. We have a very good e-commerce website up and running. Shea.co.in is the website.
Nice.
And we are going to have a lot of conversions there through organic and inorganic traffic, of course.
And revenues and margins? Margins typically, when it comes to private labels, is around 60%. Is that what you're working with?
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of revenues are you drawing so far?
So we are doing around 5 lakh rupees a month on month. And that's the kind of a sales that we are hitting right now. But in the time to come, we're going to increase a lot of marketing activities, branding activities, of course, and I'm going to get the production costs down. I'm going to make sure that's happening.
Well, good luck with all of this. Thanks very much for dropping by and giving us insights into your business. It's a pleasure talking to you. And of course, we'll check in with you in the future too, how the business progresses.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Indeed, there'll be so many more entrepreneurs on Rising Stars in the future too. But thanks for joining us this time. Bye-bye.